Squad, what's poppin'? All right, so listen, it seems like these podcasters, these hip-hop pages are starving for attention, hungry for clout, but when they gotta eat their words, seems like they can't finish the meal. That being said, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up, and slap that red button, you heard? Okay, so we're gonna go through some of these tweets and things like that, and we're gonna get down to this. So we basically got Maul before Kendrick ended up touchdown in Toronto. We're going to see what he had to say, and we're going to go through some of these things, and we're going to go through some of these feeds. Y'all going to check it out, man. Stay tuned. Y'all ain't going to want to miss this. All right? All right, let's go.
Drake booking a show at Crypto.
Of course.
Selling it out.
For sure.
People enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Kendrick is booking a show at the Scotiabank Arena and people not showing up to just boo him. Like, I don't think Drake gets booed in LA at the Crypto at his show. I can 100% see Kendrick getting booed all night at a Scotiabank Arena show.
It's no secret that Toronto loves Drake. I would never debate that. And I think there's a large group of people that would buy tickets to go boo Kendrick Lamar.
Okay, so they're saying there's a large group of people that would go. Now, mind you, there's a difference between the Scotiabank and the Rogers Center, right? So Scotiabank is anywhere like 19,000 plus, like 19,800. I looked it up, and then you got Rogers, the Rogers Center that holds about 40,000. So it holds double, more than double. And Kendrick sold out 2 nights. I looked all this up, man. It holds more than double. And it honestly seems like he wasn't really getting booed. He wasn't getting booed. But I'm going to show you that after.
But you also have to think that Kendrick Lamar, for the last decade, has built a pretty substantial Toronto market.
No,
and Canada market as is, that are just Kendrick Lamar fans and want to go see him perform.
You missing what I'm saying. Okay, so let me explain like this. I think that Drake will do a show in LA. While people in LA may not, they'll boo him, but I think it'll be a lot of people there that will definitely support Drake. I don't think I could say the same as far as Kendrick going to Toronto. I think everybody that goes to a Kendrick show in Toronto is going there strictly to try to ruin his show.
Okay, so this is what he says, right? Now, we'll get back to this, but I just have to bring this down real quick. Just a tick. We got to bring it down a tick. Listen to this. This is what they did. This is what they did. Does that sound like booing Kendrick, or does it sound like they completely violating Drake and his brand? I mean, it seems like they violating Drake and his brand, right? Check out this next one. That sounds like they want an encore. Let's keep this a stack. We're going to keep this civil, you know what I'm saying, and bring it back to exactly what Maul's trying to get at.
What? And boo him. I think so.
I think there would be people that would do that, but not at the...
Drake is the biggest export out of Canada, probably.
Tim Hortons would like a word.
Well, second. Maybe third. The Maple Leafs is probably. Yeah. But after that, Kendrick is not the
Wayne
third.
Gretzky,
Kendrick is
Jim Carrey.
Kendrick is not the third biggest export out of LA.
Beeves, bro.
Like you,
Seth Rogen.
Kendrick is not the third biggest export out of LA. He's not.
Yeah, cocaine is.
I'm just saying he's not.
Okay.
So I think that this is where this is interesting.
I think this is where it's interesting because when I watched this, I said, you know what? Let me take a look at the exports and let's take a look at just artists in general. Let's take a look at that, right? So I brought it up. So Canada's biggest exports, let's just say top 3. Let's go to top 5. Mineral fuels, oils, 145 billion export. Vehicles other than railway, trainway, 57. Machinery, nuclear reactors, boilers, 41 billion. Pearls, this, that, and the third. You guys are getting the sentiment. So now, and I said, let's just go to artists. Let's just see if he's even in the top 3. because he said third biggest export, first biggest export. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was going to be maple syrup. I'm sorry. That's what I thought. I'm not trying to be funny. No funny stuff. But it says here, okay, and I did it up to date, like 2025. So this is current, okay? This is current. It says Celine Dion, worth 550, 800 million. She's the biggest music export talent out of Canada. And y'all you remember, come on, man. It doesn't get bigger than the Titanic. She sung that song for the Titanic. Come on, we all know that song. So she is Dion is considered the wealthiest Canadian musical artist of all time, with various sources estimating her net worth between 550 million to 800 million. She's almost damn well a billionaire. Then we have Shania Twain. Y'all remember Shania Twain, country singer. Twain's fortune is estimated at 400 million by various sources, with some reporting it's slightly higher than 410. Number 3, oh my Jesus, Drake's out, The Weeknd, 300 million. The Weeknd's net worth is estimated at 300 million, stemming from chart-topping music, recording-breaking streams, Grammy Awards, and endorsements. Okay, number 4, Justin Bieber, 200 to 350 million. And then we have Drake right here. He lands at number 5, where let's just read it through. Drake's net worth is consistently reported as 250 million. Now, what does that mean? Don't know, but that's what this reads. His income sources include music sales, his OVO brand, deals with companies like Nike and Stake.com, and tours. Okay? So fact checking it, he would be the 5 musical export, the number 5. Now, if we're talking about sales and stuff, we're just talking about exports. When we're talking about exports, we're talking about money, how much it brings in, how much they bring in. So we're talking about that. We're not talking about how many record sales and stuff like that. We're talking about how much income they actually bring in. Okay? Taxable wages.
Because I do think if Drake announced a show in crypto right now, it sells out.
I think you're just underestimating the amount of just regular rap fans that would want to go see a Kendrick Lamar show. Because at this point now we're arguing who would buy the tickets quicker, because it's selling out regardless.
Of course.
But which group is going to sell it out is really the debate, I guess, at this point. Because there's a large group of people.
Let's see it. Both of you niggas book a show. Kendrick, book a show in Toronto. Drake, book a show at the crypto. And let's goddamn see what happens. Fuck it. Give it to us. Let's see it.
I don't even like the way you're wording it.
Why?
Now you're baiting people. See, I told you had the knife.
No, I want to see it.
Snitching. Oh, you good, bro?
I really want to see if I'm willing to. I just want to see what happens. Like, prove me wrong. But I just think that a show in Toronto right now for Kendrick is different from a show in LA for Drake.
And I agree with that right now, because I don't feel like right now, I personally don't feel like Drake could do a show in LA and it's going to come out. I think it's going to be exactly what you said, but in reverse. That's basically what I feel. I feel like it's going to be the opposite. It's just going to flip. Because I feel like if Drake tries to book a show, but then again, I don't like to make these predictions because you never know. But I do feel like, after what's been going on, it just seems like it might be the total opposite. But, hey, Rory is kind of almost like the neutral one. He likes to egg on Maul because Maul's real passionate about Drake. And, that's the artist he likes. I understand. But sometimes you have to go with the facts, right? So when Maul is presented the facts, this is how he reacts. Let me get to that one right there.
Toronto shows up for Kendrick. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Everybody been in my mentions. Everybody
As
been
they
in my
fucking
phone.
should.
Yeah, man. But
we tried to tell you it was a shitty take then.
Yeah, but you know what it is, man. I be underestimating how many fucking goofies are out here.
Oh
man.
my God.
So now they goofies. At first they would stand up and they gonna ride for Toronto. They gonna ride for Toronto. They gonna ride for the city. They gonna ride for Drake because he's the biggest export. Now, Let's get back to it, man. Let's just hear them out. Let's hear them out.
How many idiots out here in the world? Like,
Here
y'all went
we
and
go.
showed up for somebody that was shitting on y'all.
Mo, Toronto is the third largest city in
Yes.
North America.
Right.
You don't think Kendrick Lamar has fans out there?
No. Kendrick, we know Kendrick has fans in Toronto, but I just, people were supposed to, that show, you were supposed to not go to that.
No, you didn't want them to go to that show. You were hoping they didn't go to that show. That was your wish list. That was on your wish list bucket, that they didn't show up to the show when they wasn't going to show up. Or at least if people showed up to the show, that they wasn't going to be feeling the show. They was going to go there to boo. I'm sorry, but the way the economy is, I'm not spending $300, $290. I don't care if it's $50. I'm not showing up to boo somebody. I'm going to keep that money in my pocket. And I'm going to go check out a show that I actually will enjoy. Even though I don't go to concerts much, man. I don't like people. I can't stand people. I need some wiggle room, man. I got ADHD. I go a little, you know what I'm saying? I get a little, a little crazy sometimes, man. You get too close to me, man. That's just how I be. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get it. But I could definitely show you who did show up to the show. I could definitely show you who did show up to the show where you thought it was going to be what you thought it was going to be, but it wasn't. I can show you that.
To be free hoodies and everything, yeah. I know, but nothing's happening.
Got tickets to the show?
We're here for OVO Fest.
Oh, that's going down?
So they're there for OVO Fest. They didn't buy no tickets to the show. They wanted free hoodies and pizza. They wanted some pizza, man, and a free hoodie. And guess what? I don't know who set this event up, but bro, they was not ready.
Yeah, facts.
Where's it going to happen?
Right here.
Right here?
Right here.
So this is Team OVO right here.
I'm assuming so, yeah.
When's it start?
Well, it's supposed to start now. I don't know what's going on.
How do you feel about the people that bought tickets for this?
Waste some money, in my opinion.
They must heat money still. I agree with them. They must heat their money.
This is the OVO team right here?
Yeah,
This is
what's
Team
up?
OVO. What would you say, obviously, Toronto, right?
Yeah.
What would you say about anyone from the city that bought a ticket to this?
Honestly, they just still have no loyalty to the city. You know what I mean? Because Drake really put us on the map. You know what I mean? And if it wasn't for him, the city wouldn't be where it is today.
So that's how they feel. That's how they feel. But they didn't have no pizza, and I didn't see no hoodies, man. I didn't see none of that going on. So they were disappointed and let down. I don't know if Drake set this up. I don't know who set this up. Y'all put it in the comments. Who set this little get-together up? Let's be gracious and say there was 100 people there, which I only see like 5 or 10. But let's just be gracious and say a crowd started to form. They didn't get their money's worth or their time's worth to go there. They spent time and they didn't get what they went there for. You know what I mean? They ended up disappointed, just like Maul is right now. Very disappointed that nobody showed up to boo Kendrick. Let's get back to Maul. Hold on, because I got a lot of stuff here. Let's get back to where we was at right now.
Specific show. But
Why?
because he's shitting on the city of Toronto.
Is he?
What the fuck you think they not like us? Who you think? Who's they and they not like us?
You think he was
OVO?
specifically talking like
He's
about
talking about Canadians. Nigga, fuck you.
All of Canada is crazy.
That's exactly who he was talking about.
All right, so me personally, I didn't think it went that deep. I felt like it was about Drake and Drake's people. I really didn't feel like it was the entire city. Now, it could have been. You could take it however you want. The way I looked at it was they not like us. Like, them dudes, you know what I'm saying? Drake and them, they not like us. I don't think it had to do with everybody in Toronto because, come on, let's be real. These are both universal, artists. So I don't see either of them like really doing that. But hey, I could be wrong. Y'all tell me in the comments. It might have been about all of Toronto. But to me, I felt like when I heard that they not like us, meaning they like Drake and his crew. Top 5. All of that. You know what I'm saying? Little Mans. Them. That's what I thought he was talking about when I heard it. That's the way I conceptualize the information. But let's keep it moving.
He was talking about Canadians, Torontonians to be exact.
I thought he was trying to separate between people that are of the culture and the people that are not. And he's saying,
Oh, shit.
they're not like us. And
Oh, that's what you thought? It's definitely not what he was saying.
See, I agree with Rory in a way, and I know Rory's being facetious right now. I know he's being facetious, but I agree with Rory. Like Drake, a lot of people don't believe he's of the culture, and I mean, I'm gonna agree to an extent because at the end of the day, let's be real. Like He was talking about Drake. That's just my feelings. That's my sentiment.
Yeah, so all you idiots in Toronto that brought a ticket to that show, just do us just
Well,
stay in the house.
didn't they become us if they were at the show singing with him?
No,
Maybe they wanted to become us.
No, and that's why they're fucking goofy. Anybody that went to that show as a Torontonian is a goofy. You can't go to that show, man. You just can't. You're not supposed to. Got to stand for something.
Can you just say that you were wrong?
About what?
There you go.
About what?
That you were wrong about your take about. Yeah, say I was wrong. I thought that they were gonna. He was gonna get laughed out the arena. He didn't.
Oh man, I mean, listen, man. SZA was there too, though. So
Do you like?
Oh my fuck. Okay.
we got to give SZA some props. Let's not act like a lot of people wasn't there to see SZA.
Yes. Okay. So now, saying that, coming from that perspective, I think wasn't this somebody that I think you took that idea right there from this gentleman here. Okay. Let's get to my boy over here. This guy right here. Where's he at? Where he at? He over here. This guy right here, right? I went for SZA. This is drag meat over here, okay? This is jag meat over here. Not Kendrick. I was born in the city. I love this city. But real talk, I get it. I shouldn't have gone at all. At all. OVO and Drake have lifted up the city. Now, that might be true. That might be true, right? So let's get back to, we found some footage here, man. Some interesting footage. And it actually says a lot right here because here we go. This is drag meat over here. So you see what this arrow is? This right here is him. Now, let's see how he reacts. He got a mean head nod going on. He got like, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie. He gonna have to put an ice pack, some icy hot, all of that. He got whiplash going on. That's what I see. I see some whiplash going on. Here he goes. He couldn't sit still. Right here. He right here. That him right there. Oh, here we go again. There he go again. Look, he got the peace sign up. He liking it. He loving the show. He enjoying himself. As he should, man. Being a politician is a hard job, man. You want to just release, and just chill, relax. You know what I mean? Like, give the guy some grace. You know what I mean? Give the guy some grace. But copping please ain't ever going to do you no good, man. You're going to look like a flip-flopper. And if you flip-flop on something like this, imagine you as a politician. When you're getting called out, that means you ain't standing for nothing. So I understand where he getting all this backlash from. I get it because it's like you supposed to be a politician. We all know that you can't trust the word of a politician. We all know that politicians pander. And politicians pander, to their constituents. They all do.
To perform in Toronto on Father's Day. The son Aubrey. But all those jokes aside, I don't think that's a good idea. The reason I don't think it's a good idea, because Drake has proven that he is willing to let his white side flourish in ways that we can't even understand. This lawsuit with, not the lawsuit, but the petition that he's filed with UMG proves that. We'll get to that in a second. Okay. I wouldn't go into a country where this guy is so beloved. It ain't got nothing to do with no street shit. He the type of dude that what I'm seeing now, they'll put stuff in these guys' luggage or some shit like that, or detain them for some dumb shit.
Syrup?
What? I'm just saying.
Maple syrup. Yeah, maple syrup.
When you are what you are.
What are you trying to smuggle all this maple syrup?
You're going to try to have him stuck over there.
Yes, when you are what you are to a city, like Drake is to Toronto.
Yeah.
He's all in with the government. People love him there.
I don't think Kendrick could fill the stadium. That's the concern.
Come on, cut it out.
It's a stadium.
So he don't think he could fill the stadium, and he filled it 2 nights in a row. Scotia Bank, man, the Scotia Bank Arena, it holds 19,800. Kendrick's show at the Rogers Center, 40,000. So he doubled the numbers y'all thought, He didn't go to the Scotia Arena. He ended up going to the Rogers Center. You know what I'm saying? He went to the big show. He popped out in show mode.
It's like Kendrick
He's
was
been
at
doing stadiums. He just came out. He's the number 2 highest selling solo rap artist.
And you're missing that he's going to, and he's doing the Super Bowl.
The worldwide stadium tour.
There you go. So now, that's where it's like, yo, y'all got it twisted, bro. This is what I'm trying to say is like, don't get me wrong. I'm all for it. I'm all for the debate. I love the debate. I like how people go back and forth. And like, this just shows hip hop is subjective. Whoever you a fan to, that's who you're going to flock to. And I get it. You wish them the best, just like people wish Kendrick the best. But now we have to keep it a full stack. Where do they lie? Now, where is their legacy going? Where's Drake's legacy going? Where's Kendrick's legacy going? And right now, it seems like Kendrick got hip hop on his back, man. He holding it up, man. He holding it up. He didn't fold. It seems like Drake is trying to find his way back in. It seems like Drake is a little confused. He's, he basically, he had a step back. He got a few steps back, man. He went forward, but then now he took a few steps back. And now he's trying to, basically find himself again, trying to find out where he fits in now. He's probably making them decisions. He's at home like, hey, I got this, I got that. I check all the boxes except for one. And that's relatability. Relatability, a lot of people are starting to realize, wow, I don't align with him. I align with more of Kendrick because he's more relatable. He says he has raps that have meaning, substance, all of that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to comment, subscribe, thumbs up, and slap that red button. You heard?